Hi guys, we are going to be doing a drive-by on American Revolution, so go ahead and open up those notes. Those notes should be there for you. We are going to do part 1 today and then part 1 tomorrow, okay? All of the things that you're writing on the slide is going to be mostly everything except for the title. The title should be on the document there for you, okay? So go ahead and follow along. I will tell you when to pause in order for you to write down the information, okay? We're going to skip the overview of events because you don't need to write that. And we're going to go to the siege of Ticonderoga. Sorry. I can never say that word. This was a British fort that had barely 50 men protecting the armorets and weapons stored inside. Again, this was a British fort that had barely 50 men protecting the armorets and weapons stored inside. This was located just across the lake from American outposts, and after the battles of Lexington and Concord, the British were asking for it. At the rise of dawn, the American militia marched on the fort and took it by surprise while the British was sleeping. This would help arm the colonists and give them more weapons and supplies to fund their rebellion. If you need more time with the slide, go ahead and pause here. If not, I'm going to go ahead and move on. Battle of Bunker Hill. On June 17th, the British would land their first invasion force in the United States, and they would march on Bunker Hill. American supplies and ammunition was running low, so the famous "do not fire until you see the whites of their eyes" line was said there. It would take 3 waves of British troops to finally reach the American fortifications. When the British had marched their way up, they would engage in hand-to-hand combat, forcing an American retreat. The British suffered over 1,000 casualties, while the Americans only suffered 400 casualties. The Battle of Bunker Hill was a loss, but for Americans, it was still a win because it gave them hope and courage that they were able to take on the British. If you need more time for the slide, go ahead and pause here. If not, I'm going to go ahead and move on. First and Second Battle of Saratoga. On September 19th, the British Army would move into Farman's first battle. Early during the conflict, many British officers would be killed. British reinforcements would arrive along with German mercenaries. The Americans and the British would battle it out, and the Americans would retreat. Americans only suffered half of the casualties of the British, of course. October 7th, the Second Battle of Freeman's Farm would begin, and the British would launch an assault without reinforcements or supplies. The American troops were bolstered by their first victory and were receiving a steady stream of supplies and troops. After 10 days of fighting, the troops will surrender to the Americans, and this will mark a huge turning point in the war. Okay, the reason why the Battle of Saratoga is a huge turning point in the war also is because they were able to prove themselves to other countries. Other countries were trying to see how it was going to go with the American Revolution, because other countries didn't really like British because they had gone to war with other countries such as Spain and France. So especially France was really trying to see whether or not America was going to make it through with this, because France didn't want to give money to America if they were just going to lose the battles. They wanted to see if they were able to prove that they were worthy of aid and worthy of supply. So after the Battle of Saratoga, France was able to be like, oh, okay, we're fine with this. We'll give you guys money. We'll give you guys weapons, whatever you guys need in order to win this war, as long as you can reassure to us that you can take out Great Britain. Okay. Once you are done with this slide, go ahead and press submit. If you're not done with the slide, please pause here in order to write all of this. This is just going to be the first part of our slideshow. We will complete the second part tomorrow, so go ahead and press submit on the document that you have right now. You're going to have a separate document for tomorrow's notes.